Well, this is going to be pretty controversial. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Danny here, and say welcome back to another unboxing. It's been a little bit since I've done one. The last time I did one was on the M3 iPad Air. That was pretty nice. And now we are going to be doing one on something that has just gotten a lot of quite, I'd say, fair but also unfair criticism. Today, we are going to be unboxing the Switch 2. Now, if you've been here for a while, you would know that I did an unboxing on the Switch 1. Now, don't watch that video, because that was before I was actually taking this content seriously, so it's going to be a little bit cringy. But I do still have my original Switch, which is the V1 Switch. But I haven't been able to use this in a couple of years because the Switch, because this Switch suffered the orange screen of death, and has basically been broken for quite a long time. But I still keep it because obviously, I mean, I can't really sell it because you can't really fix it unless you get like new motherboard. But yeah, I did change the Joy-Cons to match my colors, but yeah, I still have this, and I do still like having this, but even then I can't really do anything unless I change the motherboard in it, which I'm way too not good to do. But anyway, now that I got the new Switch, I am going to be comparing the size of the two, and I will also do a little small setup for y'all. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Now, I am recording directly on my phone this time, so I shouldn't have as many hiccups as I did with my last unboxing, so yeah. So let's see here. So I guess we'll look around the box. So I did get the Mario Kart World bundle because I wasn't going to justify spending $80 on Mario Kart, especially Mario Kart. So yeah, there's the side of the box. There's the back of the box, obviously rated E. And then of course there's the tabletop box. Let's see, on the bottom shows what it comes with and everything, and then of course obviously the micro SD card express card, which I got. That's my receipt, which I got right here. I did get the 512GB version because I wanted to future-proof it, even though this thing cost $100, which I am not proud of. But I also did get another game, not a Switch 2 game, but I did get Switch Sports, even though this game is kind of eh. But I only got it because, I just wanted to have it, and I did try to get Mario Galaxy 1 or 2. I know, controversial, even though I do have both games. Mario Galaxy 2 on the Wii, and I have Mario Galaxy on 3D All-Stars. So, yeah, there's not really any point doing that, but I'm really only doing it because, because I want to. It's my money. I can justify spending whatever the hell I want. Which is why I bought this, even though it has one minigame that you can't even do because of the stupid leg strap not being able to fit the Switch 2 Joy-Cons. So yeah. Either way, let's just go ahead and open this already. Obviously, similar to the Switch 1 unboxing, except the box is a little bit smaller. And it's more it's more the size of the Switch OLED box. I think it's a little bit smaller than the Switch OLED box too. So, all right. So yeah, I kind of purposely tried to avoid the unboxing experience, so I don't actually know everything about what. I mean, I know what most stuff comes with the box, but either way, so we got the Switch 2 and the Switch 2 Joy-Cons themselves, which we're gonna put that aside and get to the accessories first. So the first thing we got is the AC adapter, which is finally a USB-C power adapter, thankfully. It's not a you know, just a box with a removable without a removable cable, unlike the Switch 1, which I am glad about. It actually is pretty decently heavy. I am actually surprised. I mean, it is 65 watts, so obviously it's going to charge the Switch 2 a lot faster. So obviously, since it does have a higher output, which makes sense since it is a more powerful console, if you want to think of it like that. Okay, then we also got the USB-C to C power cable, and of course, obviously, it's just a simple USB-C to C, which is a good idea that I think other companies should try and do at least. But yeah, so yeah, USB-C to C, so put those to the side. I guess we'll do the Joy-Con grip next, which yeah, is definitely lots different than the old one. So give me 1 second. Okay, so I got the Switch 2 dock here, and so yeah, so this is the original, and this is the Switch 2 one. So yeah, obviously they're a little bit different, being that, you know, this connects via the rails, and of course this one connects via the magnets, which is really the only difference, apart from there's not having the sharp edges on there, which I don't know why. And also it's being a little bit bigger than the original. I mean, I was gonna get the charging guard, but I'm not gonna get it yet. Most likely probably because it's about like, what, $35 if I remember correctly, but yeah. Honestly, holding it without the Joy-Cons, it feels a little bit better. I mean, I think the grips are a little bit wider, so it is it's a little bit of a better fit, I think, kind of. But we'll see when I put the Joy-Cons on top of it. Put that over here. Now it's time to go ahead and grab the dock out. And then move the box to the side. Alright. Alright, and here is the Switch 2 dock, which is a lot rounder than the original Switch dock, which I do have right here, and it is still kinda, yes, I mean, there's still no rubber. It's still just hard plastic against the display, so you still can accidentally scratch your screen. I don't know why Nintendo hasn't figured that out. But let's see here. So the sides, they still have the USB-C ports, or not USB-C, the USB ports, and of course the Switch 1 dock has this handy little door, and of course, obviously, AC adapter, a USB port, and then HDMI out. But of course, the Switch 2 dock just comes in parts just like the Switch OLED dock, which also the Switch OLED dock is a little bit different. And of course, instead of having USB-C ports, we have Ethernet instead, which the Switch OLED dock also did, which I don't know why Nintendo didn't give. I mean, I guess since it is a hybrid console, I guess you're really not really going to be connecting it via Ethernet often, but I mean, obviously you can get the third-party ones, and I think Nintendo had their own first-party one as well. But even then, not most people. I mean, sure, not most people are going to be using Ethernet, but I'm glad Nintendo at least gave this option with this and the Switch 2 dock, so I am glad about that. So, there's the dock, and now it's time to do the Switch 2 itself. So let's go ahead and get the Joy-Cons first. Well, first impressions, they're definitely a lot bigger than the original ones. Let me actually get the other one out too. But yeah, these definitely fit a lot better than the old ones. Now the Switch 1 Joy-Cons, they fit good enough, though it is slightly too small, especially when I'm trying to reach for the right joystick here. These are definitely a lot, these definitely are way more, yeah, bigger. That's what I'm trying to say. And now here's the Switch 2 itself. Let's see here. Here's the HDMI cable, and here's the Joy-Con straps as well. And so let's go ahead and get those out of the way first before we unbox the Switch itself. So here's the health and safety guide, obviously, but no one reads instruction manuals, so screw that. And then let's see here. Ultra certified HD cable. So I think this is HDMI 2.1, or is it HDMI 2.1 or is it 2.2 or 2.0? I forget. I think it's 2.1. But yeah, there's your there's your high-speed HDMI cable, capable for 4K gaming, 4K, because no consoles can technically, or just upscaled to 4K. So technically they don't run 4K. So yep. And then here is the straps, which I don't have. Do I have the Switch ones? I don't think yeah, I don't have the Switch One Joy-Con straps with me, but I do remember how these definitely are a little bit similar to the straps, but of course, obviously, since they don't attach via the rails anymore, you can't get them stuck the wrong way, which is what some people had problems with. So obviously this attaches actually, how does it attach? Because I did just attach it, so I think it is yeah, it is the magnets. I almost forgot about the button here. But yeah, it does attach via magnets, so it has a little clicky thing to it, so okay. But yeah, here's the detach button, and I guess I didn't show a close-up of the Joy-Con, but of course you've probably seen it by now. I do like the bigger L and R button, the bigger SL and SR buttons, which are definitely better. And as you can see, it's got the optical sensor for the mouse capabilities, which is still kind of weird, but hey, I think it's kind of cool. Like, being able to use this as a mouse is just kind of sick, especially when you can play Mario Paint and stuff. Mario Paint, and of course, Metroid Prime 4 has the capability of using the mouse, well, using this for movement and then this for shooting, which honestly I think is kind of the coolest part about using it for. Even if Metroid Prime 4 is kind of controversial, especially with the $30 DLC, technically. But yeah, the straps are not as thick as the original Switch on Joy-Cons, which actually increased the width of them. So they don't get in the way as often, but they also don't cover these buttons. Which, oh yeah, I forgot, these buttons are actually metal, too, so obviously they're gonna last a little bit longer. But yeah, that's very cool. And now it is time to get the Switch 2 out. Which, honestly, is definitely a lot bigger than the original Switch. So, comparing the original Switch, yeah, that is a lot bigger. I mean, this is like what? I think this is a 7-inch screen. This is a is it 8 or 9 inches? I don't remember. Things at the top. That was the wrong way. I believe so. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go ahead and look at the top. So here is game card slot, which looks like that, and we have a little metal shielding, so it'll fit a lot better because of how flimsy the original What the fuck was that? Oh god, the Switch is breaking in my hands already! Okay, so yeah, that's the original game card slots. Okay, there's the top USB-C ports for using, especially, mostly the webcam. Though, I still don't understand why the webcam is the way it is, but, I mean, the webcam is cool. But yeah, it feels a lot more fit and finish compared to the, one. Of course, there's the volume buttons and the power button, which we're not going to press. Here's the new kickstand, which is way more reminiscent of the Switch OLED kickstand. There's your micro SD card express slot. There we go. And then the port at the bottom has your USB-C port that's meant for charging. You can also charge it via the top USB-C port as well. I think that does give you the capabilities of that. Headphone jack, love to see it. But alright, so let's go ahead and put the Joy-Cons on the Switch 2. Ooh, that was... Ooh, I kind of like that. And honestly, I like the fit. I like the feel of it. It actually feels a lot better, a little bit better than the Switch 1. Now, the Switch 1 is not small. I do think it is good for my medium-ish size hands, but even in it kind of is somewhat small. This does feel a little bit bigger, definitely. And of course, got to do the detaching. God, that's so satisfying. Like, damn, like, I like the magnets in this thing. Like, it's very cool, but obviously, so yeah, we got the game chat button, the home button, obviously the joystick, and then the Y, plus button, minus button, other joystick, and then the stupid D-pad on the Joy-Cons, which is saying as the Switch 1 Joy-Cons. And then, of course, the capture button. But anyway, now that we have unboxed the Switch, let's go ahead and do... Excuse me. Let's go ahead and set it up. Okay, OBS crashed as soon as I plugged in the, the capture card, so... Yep, that's unfortunate, but I got everything set up, so let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Switch 2 in there. Alright, it is charging, so let's go ahead and power it on. Oh. Okay, it wants me to take the Switch 2 out of the dock. Okay. Starting up. Okay, well, now it wants me to set up the Switch, and it has music, which is what the Switch 1 didn't have. Okay, I think I could put it in the dock now. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna let the music play through my speakers, because I'm not even gonna bother. Alright, here we go. And my freaking desk is a mess right now, so let's just go. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. However, alright, so let's go ahead and select English. Obviously, the Americas, and you were well. I had to accept no matter what. So, let's connect to the internet. Might as well, I guess. Okay, and now it wants me to connect to the internet, so 1 second. Alright, it is connecting. And the connection was successful! Let's go! Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Alright. That's update data. You can continue setting up while the updates download. Sure, I will do that. Let's see, go ahead and set my... Okay, go ahead and set for, Central Time. With Switch 2, you can play games wherever you want, however you want. I mean, yeah, obviously. I haven't showed actually connecting it to the Switch 2 grip, so let me actually go try. Damn, that was a strong ass magnet. Holy shit. Alright. Feels weird without the side grips, you know. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just use them like this. So, yep. You can. Oh, I thought the adjust was space. So you can adjust the stand to get the best viewing angle. The AC adapter can plug into the top connector, which is good. Let's see. Detach the Joy-Con's 2 controllers shown. Well, I already have them detached, so yeah, it tells you how to detach them via the button. You can use the accessories that come with the system to hold the Switch the Joy-Con 2 controllers in multiple ways. I don't really care. Choose your style. You can change it at any time. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and install the update. So just let that go for a minute. Okay, it is done. And then the system is going to restart. System update complete. Nice. Alright, you could transfer data from your Switch to the Switch 2. But what if you have a broken Switch? What if I just select it? Let's see. Before starting the system transfer, if you have a micro SD card, insert it. Or, actually, okay, there's a skip button, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip this for now. First, sign into your Nintendo account. Okay, I shall. Sign in with a QR code. Really? I have to sign in with my phone? What kind of stupid bullshit is that? Okay, hold on one sec. Select this account. Okay, now it asks me to do a confirmation code, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that off screen. Okay, there we go. Sign into your Nintendo accounts. Nice. Move the system to the source close to transfer data. Well, you see, I can't really do that. I guess I can't really transfer, so I guess just have to do without transferring. Let's add a user. Okay, now let's go ahead and just sign into my account. And it wants me to try this shit again, so I'll do this one again. Okay, we did that. Sign into your Nintendo account. Nice! Adding user data, obviously. User added to the system. And obviously I don't need to do another one. Set up parental controls? What do you think I am? If you have a micro SD card, I'll just skip that for now. And setup is complete. Okay, that was kind of cool. From here, you can read, download, and play, purchase downloadable games and content from your account. Okay, good. Okay, the bundled software, claim software included with the system here, so it's already on the Switch? Interesting. Software can be claimed. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the eShop then. Which is red now for some reason. I need user verification and... Are you serious? What the fuck? This is so stupid. Yes, remember me. Bring your downloads, Mario Kart World, download. There we go, and go ahead and close that. Virtual game card added, which, I thought it was a cool feature back then. It's, honestly not really that good anymore. Okay, but let's go ahead and download. An hour? It's gonna take an hour to download this shitty game? That's just bullshit. Okay, well, let's go ahead and look around the Switch 1, or the Switch 2. Why did I say Switch? I mean, probably because it looks so similar to the Switch 1. Okay, so let's see. Airplane mode, screen brightness, obviously can't be changed from the TV, even though I'm recording this from my capture card. Bluetooth audio, which was a neat feature when the Switch 1 gave us that. Obviously internet, parental controls, button mapping, data management. Let's see. Users, that's me. For accessories. GL and GR buttons for the Switch 2 Pro controller, which I did not get because I'm not going to waste $90 even though I already have the Switch 1 Pro controller. Let's see, audio, and then system microphone. Display, system screens, HDR output. Does the Switch 2 have HDR on the screen? I thought it was only on I thought it was only available in TV mode. I'm gonna go ahead and do 1080, even though it's already 1080 on here, but it can do up to 4K. Obviously, I think that's because this capture card can do 4K 630. So let's see, RGB, just screen size. I don't think I need to do that. Screen burden reduction, obviously leave that. 120 hertz, which I am gonna leave on because I do HDR outputs, and then I can adjust the HDR. Okay, yeah, the connected TV either doesn't support HDR or HDR support is turned off because this computer can't do HDR. So yeah. Okay, obviously Mii's, and then Amiibo, which I don't really have. Themes, turn that to dark. That's a lot better. Not as in your face. And let's see, notifications. Let's see, sleep mode. And then system. You're telling me the Switch 2 dock has updates? That's fucking crazy! Okay, yeah, show me the battery and then stop charging around 90. Just so, yeah. That's basic bullshit. Well, let me actually go ahead and pair my. I still have my Switch 1 Pro controller, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect that. Okay, that's not what I need to do. Change grip order. And there we go. It is paired. So now I'm using the Switch 1 Pro controller with the Switch 2, which is better. And then of course we get Nintendo Switch Online, which I will have to pay for. Now let's see, then game chat. Okay, news, obviously Nintendo eShop, which I will have to download the games that I had. And let's see, the album, game share, which I'm not doing game share since I don't share shit. Obviously the virtual game cards. This should have, yeah, this should have all the software that I have. So let's see, so YouTube, which I don't. Okay then. Yeah, so here's all my games that I have on the Switch. I had when I had my Switch 1, so I do have Mario Kart Deluxe, Mario U Deluxe, Mario Maker 2. Now I have Mario Kart World. And so yeah. Not a lot, but even then I buy most of my games physically because I still have the physical games. But yeah, I'll have to download those later though. This is still downloading, Jesus Christ. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this unboxing and setup. So I did have some fun doing all this because I'm glad I'm gonna have a Switch 2, and yeah, you're gonna see me play some games on this Switch 2 soon. Obviously, Bayonetta when I start doing Bayonetta 1, 2 through 3, 2 and 3. But also some other games that I'm going to be playing soon. So, yeah, that's going to be the end for this video. So, thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy the video, like, it'd be appreciated. And also, if you're subscribing, it's free, it's whatever. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Goodbye!